I've talked to somebody close to this situation, and I'm told the Clippers did not want Montrezl back. They felt like his personality wasn't a good fit for that locker room. Right or wrong, they felt, it was he was obnoxious. And it just was a big contributor to their locker room and chemistry problems last year. So it also was magnified because that team, and this still is a problem, they don't have a leader. As great as Kawhi Leonard is, he is not a leader. As great as Paul George is, not a leader. And Patrick Beverley's kind of silly and loud and all that, but not a leader. Lou comes off the bench, not a leader. So there was nobody in that locker room to kind of get Montrezl to chill out or, whatever, fix it. And so it was a problem. So especially with them being able to sign Serge Ibaka, the Clippers actually feel this was addition by subtraction. So Montrezl is right on the money with that. Now, I think he won't be a problem whatsoever in the Lakers locker room because they do have leadership. And he has great respect for LeBron. Obviously, LeBron is a great leader. So I don't foresee this being any problem for the Lakers that it was for the Clippers. As far as which team kind of had the best free agency, look, early on, the Lakers were just smacking the Clippers around. I mean, it was a rout. But with getting Serge Ibaka, man, I love this move. I can't scream enough about how good this is for the Clippers. He gives them a 7-footer. We know they needed size, especially against Denver and the Lakers. And he can protect the rim, but also step out, hit the three-pointer. He's a great locker room guy. He's smart on the court, so that improves their basketball IQ, which is what Kawhi wanted. And also, Luke Kennard wasn't a bad addition. If he can stay healthy, he's a really good player if he can be healthy. All that said, it's the Lakers.
Thank you.
I mean, the Lakers.
Lake show.
Have done going into last season, we know they got the best duo. But do they have enough of a supporting cast, enough of a bench? Now, they still probably have the best duo, assuming LeBron doesn't fall off more than a fraction at age 36. And they've got a great supporting cast. They got the two best 6 men last year in Montrezl and Schroeder, Dennis Schroeder. And then Wes Matthews gives them the 3-and-D that Danny Green or Avery Bradley, you lose with them. Marc Gasol is a smart defender, stretches the floor, can shoot the three. A little bit of rim protection, even though he's not a leaper or athletic. Only thing they lost was athleticism at the rim with Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee. Outside of that, they're better. They are the runaway favorites in the whole NBA.
Serge Ibaka was a great defensive player, but Chris, Serge Ibaka hadn't been All-NBA defensive since 2014. And last year, would you believe this? Marc Gasol averaged more blocks than Serge Ibaka. The great rim protector, Serge Ibaka. Marc Gasol averaged more blocks.
Well, Gasol started. He got to play more minutes. We'll see how that works out now.
And Marc Gasol can pass. He's a very good passing big man.
Serge.
Pass the pick and roll. Now we can pick and pop. We weren't going to be able to do that. We could just pick and roll to the rim with Dwight and JaVale McGee. Now we can pick and pop. Can you imagine how many lobs Trey's going to get now? But the one thing the Clippers didn't improve, Chris, you came on here last week, said it would be a slam dunk if they got Rondo. Who is going to run the point? Nobody.
Who is going to back up LeBron?
And they know it. Yep.
Where is playoff Rondo for the Lakers?
We got
Who
Schroeder.
is he?
We got Schroeder and Caruso.
Schroeder, playoff Schroeder. Good luck.
We got Rondo paid. Yeah. Remember now, nobody wanted Rondo. The Lakers picked up Rondo for $2.5 million, right, Chris?
Time out. I think it's my turn.
No, it's your turn.
Chris, I'm having the best time sitting over here listening to my man Shannon Sharp try to duck and dodge the truth that you just spoke, Chris Broussard just spoke, which is that after you gloated all day yesterday, we got Trez. We stole Trez from the Clippers. He didn't want to be a Clipper. He wanted to be a Laker. Time out. Sorry, the Clippers did not want him. He was a bad fit in many ways, shapes, and forms because he was a bad fit defensively. When they were in the bubble in the playoffs, he was a liability on defense against Denver. I'm sorry, now you get the liability. So good luck with your second unit liability.
Watch him.
Okay?
Watch him this year. No bubble.
He's like 6'6", maybe.
Don't worry about it. He played like 7 foot.
You are going to so miss Dwight and JaVale, as Chris just pointed out, because you don't have that athleticism at the rim anymore. You don't have that kind of rim protection. Anthony can't give you that kind of rim protection.
Oh, he can. But don't you worry about Skip. Why you worried about what AD got? AD is a champion. He's going to be a different animal.
Listen, Montrezl Harrell became, as Chris pointed out, a big problem in the locker room, a big problem for Kawhi Leonard and especially for Paul George. According to our man Chris Haynes, they clashed during and after Game 2 of the Denver series, and Montrezl is all over him saying, "You're never wrong. You never admit you're wrong."
You're right.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see how that works. We'll see how LeBron likes having that big personality in his locker room, because when things start to slip south a little bit, you better be ready.
When have you heard that in the locker room with LeBron James? Everybody that have problems, they said that about Rondo. Was Rondo a problem? They said that about Dwight. Was that a problem? All that stuff that JaVale normally would do, taking threes and dribbling the ball, jumping up in the stands, was that a problem?
It wasn't, because you got the break of your life. You went to a bubble that nobody else wanted to be in except you guys. So congratulations for your pandemic championship.
You know what the Montrezl Harrell signing reminds me of?
Yep.
Tom Brady signing with Tampa. He went to Tampa because New England didn't want him back. Doesn't matter how you get there, Chris.
You just compared Montrezl Harrell to Tom Brady.
You see what I said? Now, Chris,
now you're really reaching.
Chris, you heard what I said. I said the signing.
Oh, God.
I like the Schroeder and Gasol, and I like Montrezl, but Schroeder and Gasol, I think they're better signings than Montrezl.
Okay, do you think Schroeder's better than Rondo?
Again, he was a problem there.
Schroeder or Rondo? Who you got?
Only question, he's definitely better during the regular season. I think you'll even admit that. The only question is, we know playoff Rondo is special, but let's be honest, playoff Rondo, as great as he was, part of that is because the expectations are low. Now, nobody's expecting Rondo to be what he was, in Boston. So when he comes in and plays well, it's like, oh, wow, Rondo was great, and he was. It's just like Dwight, though. Dwight, everybody raved about how well he played last year. Why? Because nothing was expected.
Right.
He was a shadow of what he used to be when he was a star, but because nothing was expected, it was like, hey, Dwight was really good. So I think Schroeder is definitely a better player than Rondo at this point. And even if he doesn't take it to another level like Rondo does in the playoffs, I think Schroeder will be better for them in the playoffs than Rondo was.
Because you have to also understand, you look at Rondo, you look at normally when he went places like the Pelicans, he had AD. He goes to Sacramento, he had Boogie. But you look at him in Dallas, how did that work out, Skip? So how is it going to look like? What is it going to look like in Atlanta? Who the big in Atlanta? Oh, Clint Capella. Oh, Clint Capella going to give you 20 and 20, huh? Or maybe John Collins. I love Rondo. We would love to have had him back. But you can't turn down the opportunity because, like I said, $15 million guaranteed, Skip. But I like where we are. But don't think we don't. We got a little something else too brewing.
Yeah.
We got something else brewing, Chris. We got something else brewing.
Well, is it going to be called cap circumvention because you got no cap money left? But you know what? If it's a clutch client, clutch clients don't count against the Laker cap. That's a new rule.
Bird rights.
It's the LeBron rule.
Bird rights.
LeBron rights, right? Clutch client, nope, doesn't count against the cap.
I want to know why. I want to know why.
They building a juggernaut.
Yeah,
I got to give them that.
Got something for you. Kawhi. I want to see what the commercial is. What commercial you think they're going to shoot this year? When he took his little shot, the little king, little crown. You ain't mentioned that, Skip. All the billboards. Are the billboards still up?
Yep.
Are the billboards still up? Kawhi time.
It's your time to gloat. You got your cubic zirconia championship ring, and I'm happy for you. You got a huge break.
You notice?
But you guys are both. You're underestimating how much you lost in Rondo and Dwight and Danny Green and JaVale and Avery Bradley, all tough defensively. You fell so far defensively that it'll start to show itself early next year. Just wait.
Wes Matthews can play defense. Did you see Braun? Did you see Braun play defense?
Yeah,
you remember when LeBron sat in the chair on Kawhi and Paul George on the final possession? You remember that? When he said, when they called him, they're like, well, who you want? Hey, go, who you want? I want him. He refused to address him by name. I want him. And locked him down.
All I know is that Serge Ibaka was the #1 premier signing of the whole free agent period, and the Clippers got him. Well, he was.
Chris.
No, he was.
This man.
Skip, you know, look, you know I was with you this year on the